Hey guys, Marvin here with Driven by Graphics, and just coming to you with another video on using the SG500 printer. Just got set up and basically wanted to go through a test print itself. I created a quick graphic here within Photoshop of my logo and utilizing for a mouse pad. And I was just going to go ahead and print that out and show the print process of how to utilize the Sawgrass Print Manager color management tool. So ultimately, it doesn't necessarily matter which design program you use, whether it's the free web version of Creative Studio that Sawgrass offers, their own templates and some library of images and templates and whatnot to utilize. Photoshop here, Silhouette Studio, Inkscape, Affinity, pretty much any design program that you'd like to use. Ultimately, what you want to do when you go through the print process is to end up choosing your printer as the Sawgrass Print Manager. What that does is takes your graphic of what you want to print and sends that to, at least in the Windows case, the virtual printer of Sawgrass Print Manager. If you're on a Mac, you will end up, you can do a load a local file to Print Manager. Basically, you like save out your file as a PNG or JPEG or whatnot, and then you can locally load that files if you're creating, say, in Photoshop or Affinity or something like that. Then you can load those files directly into Sawgrass Print Manager by using the open local file option. Here on Windows, again, you would just select the Sawgrass Print Manager as your printer, and in this case I've had it turned here in the landscape orientation. If I'd had it on portrait here, you see that it is showing that it's going to cut that off, so we can just choose the landscape mode. And something else here to consider is I'm just going to print this on 8.5 by 11 standard letter paper. That fits perfectly here. But if you are using a different paper size, you'll want to click here on the print settings and change your paper size to in this case, say legal, which is your 8.5 by 14 paper, and you can choose your landscape portrait orientation here as well. Again, we're using letters for this, and so I'll click OK. And everything else here is good to go. So we're just going to go ahead and click print, and it'll take a second for this to spool over to the Print Manager software, and that will pull up here momentarily as so. So it shows again our SG500. Green is showing ready. Material, so you do always want to go through and change these based on what you're actually printing on. Your substrate, in this case, like I mentioned, I was going to do a mouse pad. I currently have Text Print R paper in there that's loaded in the printer itself. I do want to print on high quality, and that is loaded into tray 1. There is an optional bypass tray that can also be added to the SG500 in this case, that would allow you to print longer than 14 inches. You can go up to, say, 21 inches. Technically, the tray, I believe, allows you to print up to, it's either 51 or 52 inches in length. That's the maximum allowed by the Windows driver. You do, in this case, I want to mirror, but it's just a simple toggle there based on what you're printing on. The layout option here, I always want to, in my case, preserve the layout from the designer, and that's based on how I had set up within Photoshop itself. I'm good to go there. The Jobs tab shows my singular job here that I'm loading. If you want multiple copies of a particular job, it's very easy to just increase here, 2, 3, 4, whichever that case may be. And then within our Color tab, this one is another spot that a lot of people make some changes here. Photographic will give you the most realistic print color settings in terms of your skin tones and just being the most color accurate. Vivid will actually increase your saturation, your color saturation a bit, and allow the colors to pop a little bit more. And typically whenever I choose this, if you look closely here in the preview window, you should see those adjust just a little bit. And it refreshes, and it's good to go there in terms of using our vivid color mode. I typically never adjust the color settings here, and then the other gives you this print to file option that I also do not use. So we're good to go. Went through all the tabs, kind of explained those at least quickly, and we'll go ahead and click print, and that job will be sent to our SG400 printer. It'll take a moment to get loaded there. I just went through and actually had done the previous video, which was on getting the printer set up and the inks loaded, and so it's going to start it up and get that printed. The Sawgrass printers do print pretty quickly. Definitely compared to, I have Epson printers and have used those in the past as well. Does print pretty quick in terms of the actual print speed. The ink just dries quickly on the paper. The gel ink works really nicely, very efficient. So you just take a moment and that'll be fully printed. See it coming out there. And again, that's really all I want to show in this video, is basically taking your design, using the Print Manager software, and sending a print job ultimately to the printer. So here's our print job. Both cameras there. Of the mouse pad design there, and obviously this was mirror printed and ready to be heat pressed ultimately. So we'll set that there. But again, hopefully this helps in terms of utilization of the Sawgrass Print Manager software. If you have any questions, feel free to comment, reach out, message me, and yeah, we'll go from there. Hopefully, like I said, this helped. You guys take care and have a great day.